Hi, so this is a short video just showing you how to resize your images before you upload them to your website or WordPress site or Squarespace or whatever platform you're using. It's important to do this because having large images will really slow down the speed of your site. Most of the modern camera phones, and certainly if you've got a compact camera or definitely if you've got an SLR, you'll be creating image files of considerable size, so 5 megabytes and more. And really for a website you don't want them to be over 200k, ideally 150, 100 kilobytes in size. So we really need to find a way to scale them down. There are lots of ways of doing this. I'm just going to show you one which I think is one of the most accessible and the easiest. It's online, so this is what we do. The website is called Be Funky and the address is create resize image. So this is the screen you see when you go to this URL. You can see befunky.com/create/resize image. You don't have to have an account. If I click over here, you can see I'm not signed in for this. So if you have an account, you can sign in and then you can save the images, but you can just use this as a regular passerby. You don't need to stick with them if you don't want to. So this is their default for starters. First thing we need to do is find the image to resize. When you click on open, you've got various options. So if you have a Be Funky account, you'll be able to see any images and projects you've saved. Otherwise you can choose your computer or Google Drive or any of these other options as well. So just keeping it simple, I'm going to click computer and grab the first picture I find. I do want to continue. Okay, so and here's my photograph. Okay, this is an original photograph taken with my phone. Here are the options I've got. So it's there's actually quite a lot of photo editing options here, but what I'm doing with you now is just to resize it. So I want to change the width. A good width for a if you're doing like a banner at the top of your website, you probably want to go for 1200 pixels wide, and then let the height adjust automatically. If you're doing it for a blog post, probably about 800 pixels is enough. So we'll do the width, and you want to go off the width because obviously you're setting this up for the web, so the width is the main constraint for this. So I'm going to change it. I've got lock to 800 pixels wide. I've got lock aspect ratio set, which should mean it will automatically resize the height. So now you see it's looking much smaller here. So I'm going to click tick to apply, and that's it. Now this is a different size. But how do I get it to my website? So now I just want to save it back to my computer. I can change the file name. And you can choose now different formats. So really for a photograph you want to keep it in the JPEG format. And you see now, you can see the size of it. So this is giving me, there's a little slider here which is giving me the option to change the quality. So it's telling me where it is on the scale. So if I go down to there, it's become a low quality image. I want it to be, there we go, so about 208 I get a good quality image. And it really depends on the content of the image, how low you can go, because you know the amount of detail, the amount of colours and so on, that will really determine how far you can push it. If you've got an image with a lot of sky, say a lot of blue sky, a lot of solid block of colour, you won't be able to push quality down quite as low because it will start to look a bit blurry and pixelated. But whereas it's complicated, I mean this one's got quite a wide range of colours in it, you can probably afford to go a little bit lower. So once I've set all those things up, I click save. I choose where I want to put it. Obviously I'll put it back in my pictures. I'll just stick it there. My cat for web. There we go. And now that is in my folder on my computer. There it is, and is ready for uploading to my website.